Hey, here we go. 2 years. It's been 2 years, and that's hard to wrap my brain around. When I was even 1 year, last July 31st, it was pretty hard to believe. And now I can hardly believe 2 years has gone by since I left my full-time commercial career to pursue the gifting that I'm doing now. That's just really crazy wonderful. And I never will. I mean, when I started after this dream 5 years ago, it seemed so insurmountable. Yet here I am 2 years into it now, full time. So anyway, it's just quite miraculous and exciting. And I feel so blessed to be doing what I'm doing. So this is my 9th attempt at this video. I had grand dreams of using some new video editing software, do some really cool trick thing, and it all flopped big time. I even had a video complete and lost my main body footage that I'm redoing now. So hopefully this gets it all kind of compressed and a little more not so long and laborious. So here we go. Well, in the last year, my life, just like all of you, we've been facing incredible challenges. There's a pandemic that began in February that changed all of our lives. No matter where you are in the political spectrum, societal spectrum, it doesn't matter. COVID-19 has definitely had an impact on your life. And mine's no different. It's shut down lots of what I was shooting. A lot of the agencies I was shooting for I can't get into now. Although now that it's summer, there's finally looks like there's a chance I'll be able to do some socially distant outdoor portraiture. So working on getting that going. On the heels of that, we had the George Floyd murder and the BLM protests, all the social justice activity that Seattle has been one of the hot spots, and I've been involved in some of those protests because I support a lot of what Black Lives Matter is trying to get done. And I still do support that and I'm active with that. But in the midst of all that, in March, my mom passed away, and that was the most difficult thing to handle this year. Of course, my sister and I, it was brutal emotionally, continues to be challenging. But it was merciful for Mom. She was suffering for years with Alzheimer's, and we'd been her primary caregivers for almost 2 years. So it's hard to explain how it can be a relief, but it is, and it's not in a selfish way. It's really, we were so tired of seeing her suffer, and it was just devastating. And so we're grateful that she chose to go when she did, right before all the pandemic stuff began, which only made it easier for her ultimately, because she wouldn't have understood any of that. None of it. It would have been just a nightmare. So we're still going through all the estate stuff for her, and but the interesting thing is now my sister and I are free to pursue what we want to do, and that's a huge gift Mom has given us in giving us our freedom to pursue that, and we're grateful. And it's hard to take losing a parent, no doubt, but I feel her with me all the time. I know she's riding with me, which is a joy because I only got her in the truck once about 3 years ago, and that was difficult then. It was impossible the last couple of years. So it's nice to know she can just hop in, ride shotgun anytime she wants now. And I know she does. She's with me. So thank you, Mom, for all your love and the gift you've given my sister and I, Nick. It's just beyond compare how you loved. Thank you. So yeah, lots of change and lots of challenge, and nowadays when I'm facing a challenge, I pretty immediately, amidst whatever suffering, I start looking at all the opportunities. And to say that 2020 has presented opportunities would be understatement of a lifetime, because it has certainly presented lots of opportunities to grow, and I'm definitely growing with it. You know, you just can't prepare for stuff like this, and you have to be adaptable. And I actually feel blessed to be living like I am, because it has allowed me to be very adaptable. Oh, I've got a cheat sheet because there's just too much to say, so I'm using it. One of the most miraculous things and things that gives me energy and perseverance through all this is how inspiring the lives are that I get to be a part of. The people that we serve and do portraits for, even the people I just interact with on the street. My sense of humanity and my empathy has just gone up so much, and I see so clearly how any one of these people you see on the street, even the ones that frighten you or that you despise for whatever reason, I can't relate to that anymore. But I used to be someone who was critical of people that lived on the street. I know better now. I know that it could be any one of us. You know, the stories that are shared with me, the circumstances that have brought them to the situations they're in, could happen to any of us. And if you don't think that's true, you're living in illusion. Because everything you've got, everything that maybe you depend on and expect to be there for you no matter what, if it's material stuff, it can be taken away in the blink of an eye. Your life or life of a loved one can be gone tomorrow. You didn't even see it coming. Your wealth, whatever, could just evaporate for some bizarre reason. It's the things you think you control, you don't really control. All you have control of are your actions, your intent, the words that come out of your mouth. So use them wisely and use them with love. Really be the change. Be what you want to see in the world. And anytime you're feeling judgmental or critical of someone else, you need to check yourself and realize just how blessed and privileged you are that, you know, the circumstances you've lived through weren't too much for you to handle ultimately. Let's see. It's amazing as I continue this life of living in this tiny living space, you see it back there, that I realize more and more how little I need. You know, it's crazy that all I own can fit in that truck, and I could go anywhere. You know, I've got a dinky little 5x5 storage unit. That's where I store all of my family legacy, precious memories of my kids and my childhood, and it all fit in the truck. I could move anywhere that my wheels can roll, just in that truck, and that feeling is pretty cool. The lighter I've become, the lighter my spirits become, the more available I am and the more vulnerable, the more comfortable I am with vulnerability. And it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. I have so much gratitude. Every day it hits me, and it can be overwhelming sometimes. My patrons that have been sticking with me, you know, through all of this, through everything, you've been so faithful, so good. The ones who've had to drop because of the economic crisis the pandemic has brought on, totally understand, and you got to take care of what's, you know, most important. You got to take care of your family, so no problem there. But all my patrons, past, present, ongoing, I can't thank you enough. Your patronage currently pays about half of my expenses. I'm still using retirement savings every month. I can go a little further before it becomes critical. But you guys have extended me. You've gotten me further and further down the road. And speaking of, now that I don't have mom care to do, in November I'll be rolling south for the winter and be shooting for families in shelters and agencies all down the West Coast. So that's going to be another big leap of faith. I don't have the support patron-wise yet to cover all that. I'm not gonna wait. I don't wait until everything appears to be perfectly ready to go, because I know nothing's ever perfectly ready. I just go, and as I take these leaps of faith, the way appears. It always has since I've started this. So that's exciting. That's a new thing, and I'm so thankful to you all for your support, and also to those of you who can't afford to financially support, but you share your encouragement and you share the word of Jackdaw, not the word, but I mean you share about it on your social media and other ways. That really helps a lot and means a lot to me. Oh my gosh, I meet thousands of people a year now, between just publicly where I would be spending the night or spending downtime, at the shelters, on the road, online, living out Hella and living with her is like living with a celebrity. I kid you not. I've had a guy in a McLaren hypercar roll up to me and want to talk to me about my truck. He's all into the truck. So it's a remarkable experience, and it's just unreal how well the vehicle works for the purpose of what I'm doing. You know, it draws people in and it gets a conversation going every time. It's great, and it puts smiles on kids. I'll never get tired of that. And God, it's just so much fun. I do have to seek out solitude every now and then. Like, I couldn't make a video like this if I wasn't somewhere like hidden back, tucked back in the net shed buildings of Fisherman's Terminal in Seattle. Because if I was sitting here in front of the truck, within 2 minutes somebody would be over here talking to me. They wouldn't even realize I'm making a video. So since I had to do these one shot, my editing skills aren't that great yet, I have to go sequester myself to make a vid like this. But anyway, truck's running great. I keep up on the maintenance, and that keeps it rolling. So anyway, I just wanted to say a really hearty thank you to all of you for being along with me on this journey, whether you are a patron or just an observer. Thank you so much. And you know, all I can say now is let's get on to year 3. Love y'all. Bye-bye.